So has Ryan Reynolds redeemed himself from Green Lantern? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty safe to say he has. Deadpool. So going into this review, I'm not a big Deadpool fan. I've not read the comics. I'm not really familiar with the character. I did see Ryan Reynolds in the Wolverine movie and I did enjoy his character until they sewn his mouth shut. But that's basically all I knew about him going in. And I feel like that might be the same for some other people. I mean, they might not know who this character is, but they've just heard sort of good things about him, so they want to check it out. And the movie manages to sort of give you all the information, the backstory, who this guy is, why he's doing what he's doing, how he became Deadpool, while still managing to tell its own story. Ryan Reynolds playing this character is just absolutely perfect casting. It's just constant one-liners and it doesn't get stale, it doesn't get old, they're just really enjoyable. So the love interest is played by Marina Baccarin. I think that's how her name's pronounced, I'm not too sure. But anyway, it's Inara from Firefly. And that's the thing that could kind of break this movie. With the love story, it could sort of feel like it's just being cheesy, and it doesn't. It works really well. She does a really good job in the role. Them two definitely have chemistry together. You do actually find yourself rooting for them. It doesn't become all sort of soppy. It's just there to give the movie a bit of heart, so it's not all just jokes. And in that approach, it works. The thing I liked about this movie is that it knows what it is. The trailer did a really good job of setting up the tone of what this movie was going to be, and then the movie just sort of builds and expands on that. One of the things I will say is that this movie definitely has one of the best Stanley cameos. I'm not going to spoil it, I'm not going to give that away, but it's definitely one of my favourites. The only thing that could have made it better, and this is only because I actually read this a couple of days before the movie came out, is if Deadpool actually recognised him as Stanley. That would have been great, and I was a little disappointed because I'd read that, I was like, that'd be really cool, and then it didn't happen. But the way they introduce him is still really funny, and yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, I'll just let you see that for yourself. So one of the things you do get to see in this movie is you get to see the X-Men, and they actually get to call them mutants, which was just nice to hear. Now, you don't get sort of the main X-Men, you don't get Professor X, Jennifer Lawrence isn't in this movie, but you do get Colossus and you do get Negasonic Teenage Warhead. I hope I got that right because that's a pretty hard name to remember. And it was good to sort of get to see these characters and get them to interact with Deadpool. They're trying to set him on a more sort of heroic path, and the film even pokes fun at them and pokes fun at the fact that he couldn't get any sort of the bigger A-list celebrities in from the X-Men movies to sort of make an appearance. And I like that it did that. I mean, it's sort of no one's off limits. They take digs at everyone, including themselves. The villain is played by Skrein, and there's not really too much to say about him. I mean, he's not really that flushed out as a villain. The guy's basically just a dick, and that's it. That's probably the one negative thing I'd say about the whole movie, is that the villain's really not that interesting. But he does enough to make you want Deadpool to actually go after this guy and get some retribution. But yeah, there's not really too much to say about him. I mean, the focus of this movie is sort of establishing Deadpool. So I suppose to put sort of an A-list villain in there would kind of draw attention away from it, but yeah, he just didn't seem that interesting to me. I mean, most of the time, he didn't even seem like he'd sort of be the real guy in charge. It seemed like he was sort of mid-management at best, but yeah, as the movie went on, you're kind of thinking you never really seem to get anyone above his station, so he becomes the enemy. And it's fine for this movie because at the end of the day, it is an origin story. And hopefully in the sequel, which has already been greenlit, there'll be a more established, better villain for Deadpool to take on. So overall, I give this movie a 4 out of 5. It's really entertaining. Ryan Reynolds is perfectly cast as Deadpool. I mean, the guy's been waiting 11 years to play this character, and you can just sort of see that he's really enjoying getting to play this character finally, and it just really comes across. So what did you think of Deadpool? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did it live up to your expectations? Let me know in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thanks for watching.